Hello, Earthlings. It's Monday. I've got my hair back. It's beautiful weather, and I've got something on my forehead. I actually don't have much to say. I just thought I should record something because it's Monday. We're starting to think about the end, at least in the ensemble I'm accompanying this morning. There's been a lot of. I think next week, what each student is going to do is going to pick a song for every other student, and then Jamie Lynn Hart, who runs the ensemble, is going to pick from each list for next week. But we've also started to think about our final performance in that ensemble. What the hell is my hair doing? But we have decided that we're all going to do the chain with everyone singing. Well, we've collectively decided on using the chain as sort of our big group finale thing. But other than that, I'm just filming because I thought I should film. Alright, it's a lot later now, as you can tell from the darkness of the sky. I just came back from the Songs for Social Change concert thing. And there were actually two performers on there who were in 20th Century Women Songwriters last semester with me, Phoenix and Emma. And Phoenix was actually the winner of the contest. It was a contest and she came first. It probably had, obviously this is a Songs for Social Change contest. People are going to look at the lyrics, but I think the fact that she came first also had something to do with the fact that her song was the only one that was not entirely acoustic or heavily reliant on electronics or heavily gospel influenced. There were at least two or three songs or more on the program that fell into each of those three categories. But more importantly, Phoenix's song was also the only one with a drum solo, which just brought it to a whole new level. And it's also the only one with odd meters, which is always an effective way to... I'm looking for the right verb to put in the sentence, the right way to something a prog hit, the right way to seduce, pull in, grab the attention of, I don't know. I like odd meters. Alright, it's Tuesday now, and it's raining, which isn't that surprising considering how beautifully sunny yesterday was. It's like it's too sunny for the beginning of April, so now it's raining. I rehearsed again with Joe last night. The show was going to be at 10 p.m. in the Berklee Caf the Tuesday after I upload this. As it happens, the day after that, I'm also playing in another friend's recital, Aura. I mentioned her a few vlogs back when we wrote a song called Our Bags. I'll be a guest keyboardist on that song. In fact, we're just performing that song as a duo. She's doing the rest of that show with her band. That's in room 1A at 4 the Wednesday after this goes up. I think I just got water on the lens again, and I'm headed to Poetry 1 now, where we've all written poems in pure iambic pentameter, and we're not actually going to be constricted to 10 syllables for this half of the semester. We are going to be constricted to 10 to 15 syllables. 10 to 15 syllables a line, that is, as long as the line can be broken up into 5 feet. Okay, it's Wednesday evening now, and I am transitioning from Ben Camp's class to the Jazz Comp Senior Seminar. Always a weird transition when I make it. I actually learned pretty much nothing in Ben's class today. We were talking about Rachel Dolezal and cultural appropriation and how race is subjective and wokeness culture. The only reason I didn't learn anything is because I have similar conversations in my head with myself every month. Not as a habit or anything, but just naturally. I guess today we did have a more detailed version of that conversation because two of the students in the class, well, one was absent, but we have two black students in the class and one was there. So we definitely had a more detailed version of the conversation, but I think I learn more about teaching just from watching Ben than I do about politics. But that's probably just me. Alright, it's even later now. I was just at Yankee and the Foreigners Caf show. I went there because two of my friends are in it, but I'll be coming back again to wherever they are, you know, if we're in the same city. Anyway, forget that sentence, but I came there as a friend. I left as a fan and a friend. It's a fan and a friend. They're one of my new favorite bands is what I'm trying to say. We've got an album coming out in July. I'm definitely keen on reviewing it. I've always had a thing for bands with two or more singer-songwriters. And I've always had a thing for bands that change instruments, which would explain why I'm wearing a Sloan t-shirt. Yankee are kind of like the missing link between Sloan and the Drive-By Truckers, but with a bit more banjo. Alright, I just had a lot of stress taken away. At the beginning of the day, I hadn't found a bassist or a trombonist yet for my final recital. And just tonight I found a bassist, and I managed to talk to one of the guys I asked to play trombone in person, and he said he'd check his schedule, and if he can't make it, he has a lot of connections, so that's good. Alright, it's Friday now, and I have got a trombonist. Pretty much the only thing, again, my hair is acting up. One of the side effects of wearing a ponytail, I guess. But at this point, the only thing I need to look for is an understudy for the female vocalist position. So I think the girl I asked can make it, but she and I both agree it would be good to have an understudy for her, just in case she can't make all the rehearsals. Not that I wouldn't mind just meeting with her individually, but still. Alright, it's a little later now. As it happens, Joe and Aura are both having rehearsals at 8. Fortunately, Aura is only having me on 2 or 3 songs, so I can sort of start where Joe is and go over to where she is. I've got a lot of stuff to do tonight. Other than that, I'm making parts and editing this and emailing the parts, and I should probably put some cues in some of them. So yeah, I'm gonna end the vlog here. Gafaba.